How does a digital safety datasheet compare to an old-fashioned PDF document? Before we go into details, let's look at the basics. Safety datasheets have been a well-accepted and effective method for the provision of information to recipients of substances and mixtures. According to the guidance on the compilation of safety datasheets published by ECHA, the safety datasheet should provide comprehensive information about a substance or a mixture for use in workplace chemical control regulatory frameworks. Both employers and workers use it as a source of information about hazards and to obtain advice on safety precautions. And furthermore, the information, therefore, enables the employer, 1. To develop an active program of worker protection measures, including training which is specific to the individual workplace, and second, to consider any measures which may be necessary to protect the environment. Let's stop here and think about this for a moment. Worker protection measures reduce the number of accidents and illnesses from hazardous chemicals. On the other hand, measures to protect the environment directly correspond to improving the capacity of climate change mitigation, adaptation, and impact reduction. In other words, providing relevant and up-to-date information to downstream users on time helps you contribute to two sustainable development goals: climate action and good health and well-being. In addition, the safety datasheet provides an important source of information for other target audiences, like those involved with the transport of dangerous goods, emergency responders, poison centers, and others. Besides the mentioned roles or functions of a safety datasheet, it also has another important function, which is not explicitly highlighted in the guidance. It serves as a valuable and relevant source of information for formulators and producers of mixtures, intermediates, or end products to use when compiling their own safety datasheets. It's about communicating key product information and properties through the supply chain. If you are a supplier of chemicals, you must inform your customers about hazards, chemical composition, physical and chemical properties, as well as measures to protect human health and the environment. If you are a downstream user, you acquire information from your suppliers and use it for many business processes, especially to develop measures to protect workers and the environment. To summarize, safety datasheets are intended to provide key information to many target audiences, like those involved with occupational health and safety, R&D, transport of dangerous goods, poison centers, and even sales and marketing. The key phrase is providing information. Now, let's look at the current situation. How is the information provided through the supply chain? Suppliers create safety data sheets and send them to their customers. When a safety data sheet is updated, it's again sent to all customers because it's required by law. Typically, safety data sheets are provided to customers in PDF form. This is the industry norm, right? Okay, here's an example. Let's say that I'm a downstream user. I receive multiple PDF safety data sheets by email from my suppliers. Please tell me, how informed am I at this point? I don't have a clue about these products. I don't know anything. All I can see are these files in my inbox, which eventually might take a lot of space in my inbox. Are the chemicals hazardous? I don't know. How hazardous are they? I don't know. Which substances do they contain? I don't know. Do they contain substances of concern? I don't know. Are they dangerous for transport? I don't know. What's the flash point? I don't know. What's the boiling point? I don't know. I simply don't know until I open each of these documents and read them. You see, it's not the documents that I need, it's information, and I need information. And the purpose of safety data sheets is to provide information, but I can only get this information by opening each document and reading it. I mean, we're in 2022 now. Don't we have better ways to exchange information? Safety data sheets have been a norm in the industry for the last 40 years, and now they have become a bottleneck. The chemical industry is highly regulated and we face more and more requirements every day. We must meet very demanding industry standards, comply with eco-labels, keep track of, report and notify substances of concern, keep the VOCs low, develop measures to protect health and environment, etc. Right? To make this possible, we need data and information. Now, I understand safety data sheets are mandatory, but again, don't we have better ways to exchange information and take care of safety data sheets at the same time? Well, here's where digital safety data sheets come into play. Unlike PDF safety data sheets, which are primarily documents, digital safety data sheets are first and foremost structured data related to a particular chemical product. It's product data. Think of it as a box of systematically sorted Lego bricks that you can use to build the structure according to the enclosed plan, or use your imagination for various creations. You can use and combine this data in numerous ways. For example, you can build a safety data sheet, a label, safety instructions, a mobile safety data sheet, and other documents with this data. In addition, if you have data on multiple chemical products, you can combine it and build awesome dashboards and reports. Enough theory, let me show you how it works. When you receive a safety data sheet or a number of safety data sheets from your supplier, you only get safety data sheets of a specific version in a specific language, created or updated on a specific date. One document per product. And we know that documents are not the best and certainly not the most efficient way to transfer or exchange information. So let's take a look at the digital safety data sheet. What you will first notice is that it's a website. It's a proper compliant safety data sheet, but in the form of a website. Because of the underlying data, they can be interactive. For example, you can easily switch languages without calling your supplier to give you translations. Furthermore, you can change versions and even compare versions to learn how the updates affect your business. It only takes 2 clicks. If an updated safety data sheet shows more hazards than before, it can make a big difference for the business. Moreover, when a new version becomes available, it's automatically updated. You don't need a new safety data sheet, you only need to refresh the website. Conversely, with PDF safety data sheets, this is not possible. A new version means a new document, a new file, and you have to compare 2 documents manually to see if the changes are relevant or not. But let's explore this website further. Here you can also see the hazard label for the product. You can even design and print it to your needs. For example, this comes very handy when you need to pour a chemical product from an original container into smaller bottles and label them. You can also design and print multilingual labels to accommodate people that may not understand a particular language. And last but not least, you can also switch to safety instructions intended for professional and industrial users. And here as well, you can change languages. In addition to mandatory documents, there's also a summary of product properties, so you don't have to scroll through the entire safety data sheet to get this information. So far, I've been talking about the advantages of an interactive website compared to a PDF. In a PDF, you only receive a specific safety data sheet. On the other hand, you get a set of documents in an interactive dossier on a website. However, you still have to open the dossier to learn about the properties, right? So here's the puzzle. How can you get information from the safety data sheet without opening it? It's easy with digital safety data sheets. Remember, digital safety data sheets are not documents but structured data. So you can use and display this data in a way that suits your needs. Opening and reading dossiers are just one way of getting information. However, there are 2 more ways to retrieve information without opening safety data sheet. First, you can view them in an app, or second, use APIs to retrieve the entire dataset or specific parts of a safety data sheet, like trade name, hazards, composition information, transport information, etc. Note that API stands for Application Programming Interface, which is the most widely used way of exchanging information between applications. Everyone uses API. Facebook, Google, Booking.com, Navision, Salesforce, everyone. Basically, this means that you can connect and transfer information from safety datasheets directly to your CRM, ERP, website, e-commerce site, or any other app. Let me show you how this works in Chemios. When somebody shares a safety datasheet with me in Chemios, I get the product directly to my private database. You see, I don't need to open the dossier to learn about the hazards, the versions, supported languages, and other product-related information. Moreover, since the product is now linked to my account, I immediately get all updates when published. Everything happens in real time. In addition, Chemios incorporates API for exchanging information so that you can connect it to your CRM, ERP, or website and automate your processes. In other words, no more manual transcribing, uploading and updating PDFs. Instead, it's time to start working with data, not documents. Welcome to the future. To summarize, digital safety datasheets are beyond ordinary safety datasheets. They are not documents, but data that you can leverage and automate and improve many business processes like chemical management, occupational health and safety, transport of dangerous goods, R&D, and even sales and marketing. Most importantly, with digital safety datasheets, you get data and information instantly so you can identify potential risks and develop measures to protect health and the environment. Let me know what you think. How do you manage your safety datasheets now, and how does Chemios compare to your current system? Please leave your comments below.